So, what's going on with the G now is one of my Motordyne tips have fallen off. It's a 5-inch tip. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys where I would go to get a tip at here at Concept Z Performance, which is located here in Phoenix. The difference with the 5-inch tip is the Motordyne comes with 4.5-inch tips. If you want to get 5-inch tips, you have to add these spacers onto the hangers. So the tips are actually big enough to fit underneath the bumper. So I'm kind of upset one of my tips fell off. Here, I'll show you a picture of it now. Alright, so here's what's left of the old tip. And I'm kind of pissed about this because these tips are $275 for 2 of them. And it's kind of my own fault. See where it has these screws that screw in because it's adjustable? There's one screw left. I had noticed that one screw had fallen out of it. So I had taken an Allen wrench and just tightened up the 2 spots, thinking, well, if I had these really tight, it could get away without this 3rd screw. Well, obviously not, because this tip has been completely destroyed. So that's why I went ahead and had to buy a new tip. And hopefully this little story will help you. If you notice one of your screws fall out, go and get a replacement screw. Don't wait, because obviously it was designed to have 3 to hold it in spot. Now that tip's fallen off, it is completely, as you can see, it's completely destroyed. So I have to get a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new one. And I figured I would take you guys along with me to Concept Z Performance, because I'm sure you've seen the website for Concept Z. They're a great company. Anytime you find a better price, they will match the price. So what's good about them is they're located here in Phoenix. Means I can actually drive to their warehouse to get these tips, because I have a track day coming up on Wednesday with a Lamborghini, and I don't want to be showing up with a missing tip on my car looking retarded. So as you can see here, here's my new 5-inch tip that I got up here at Concept Z. And here's their GTR they have in their warehouse, which I thought I'd share with you. It's pretty beautiful, just like these 5-inch tips from Motordyne. So what's crazy about these tips is, even though one fell off, to get 2 new tips, it was $270. So I thought I'd share with you guys the warehouse, where it's at here in Phoenix. Also, since I have this beautiful GTR out here, why not put it on film? Over here at Concept Z Performance. Z is badass. Little Motordyne crackle. I guess the only positive is these new tips look really, really good compared to my old tip. Yes, there's the crushed one, but if you look back here, my tips didn't have the etching for the Motordyne logo on the side. And I remember when Tony took the survey, when he actually wanted to have either the logo on the side or on the top, and I remember I submitted my picture showing my old video on the side, like how good it looked on the side. I like the logo on the side, so it's definitely updated these. These look like they're getting a little old anyways. So let's go ahead and loosen these up and taking these off. What we use is an Allen wrench to loosen these little bolts right here to hold it in. Now the benefit is, if any of these fall out, I'll have some spare ones from this pipe right here, so I won't have an issue losing a screw and the possibility of this coming out. Lucky for me, when it did come out, it came out on a road there was no traffic on. So yes, somebody obviously ended up running over it, but if this would have flew off down the highway at 85 miles an hour, it could have been a completely different story. I was on a side street going 30, and this wobbled off, and before I got back to it, a semi or a truck had already run over it. So I'm sure they didn't appreciate running over that. Alright, so back to installing these. So I've already gone ahead and loosened up the bolt. And all you do is pull it off just like that. And let's go ahead and install the new one. It kind of slides on just like this. I have mine just hang out barely out the back, just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and tighten these up. Alright, as you can see, I have my new tips here installed, and I must say, they look fantastic. Pretty pumped. I think they look great. So, in case you didn't know, this is obviously the Motordyne Shockwave exhaust. So might as well go ahead and fire it up.